Welcome back to another video of Mokwala Agri. So in today's video we are studying a new series like the previous ones that we have done before, where I'm going to be showing you the steps of how you start raising your chickens from day 0 until day 42. So when we're talking about day 0 is the day that you prepare in your chicken house. Like today over here, we're actually here to prepare for our chickens. So the first thing that we're going to be doing since we're starting our cycle is to disinfect our house. So there's a difference between cleaning the house and disinfecting. So when we disinfect your house, we're using something called ViroKill. So this is the product that we've been using. Since I started raising chickens, I've been using ViroKill to actually disinfect my house. So ViroKill has a book actually on it. So it comes with a book. This thing here, it's actually a book. So you open and then it tells you everything that you need to know. Those one who love asking me instruction and how much should I put, what millimeters should you put, and so on. Here's the book. Actually, I'm bad when coming to opening this kind of stuff. But yeah, here's a book that comes with ViroKill. So you're gonna read here and you're gonna tell you everything that you need to know. You can even use it on your layer chickens. You can use it on your broiler chickens. You can use it on a lot of stuff. So, and you can use it for lot of things. So it's a multi-purpose use. You know, I create one of those multi-purpose what that they normally sell. So in farming we use ViroKill. You can even put it in your chicken water for your chicken to drink it. It helps. So what we're gonna be doing right now, we're gonna be pouring some of it inside our water, and then we're gonna be disinfecting our floor before we put our sawdust, and before we can even put our newspapers, before we can even put our board where we're going to be preparing for our brooding space. Tango. Right now I'm going to be pouring at least pasabadi at outside. So I don't normally do the measurement stuff because yeah, so it can tell you here that 200 milliliter, it goes into 100 liters of water, and then 1 liter per 100 liters of water. Like it gives you those kind of instruction, and then it tells you for what and so on and so on. Feet and vehicle. So you can also use these things to disinfect your feet when you walk inside your house. So it works as well. And then, like I'm saying, there's a lot of things that you can do with ViroKill. You just have to buy it yourself and then you read it. So this is ViroKill. So right now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be actually disinfecting my floor and my wall with some water. So like I said, with the ViroKill, you can use it to also disinfect your feet when you walk inside your house. So this is a foot bath where we want to be putting our feet every time we walk inside our chicken house. This is part of biosecurity, so it prevents us from taking diseases from outside and bringing them to our chicken houses. So from now on, every time you walk inside your house, you put your feet inside, and then that way, that's how you disinfect your feet when you walk inside our house. So since now we have disinfected the house, it means that every time we walk inside here, we need to apply the biosecurity measures. So this is a part of the biosecurity measures that we're going to be taking, and then we're going to be letting our floor to dry off, and then we put our wood shaving, newspapers, as well as feeders, drinkers. Make sure that our lights are ready, and then yeah, we good to go. Double. So since now we're waiting for floor to dry off, let's have a quick chat about the equipment that we have. So this is the small feeder that we have. They're from Poltech, guys. So remember, to get good quality equipment, just try to contact Poltech. So this is the small feeder that we're going to be using. So we're going to be using this from day 1 until day 14, and then we also have our small drinkers that we're going to be using from day 1 until day 14. So we actually watched them yesterday. So yeah, this is the small drinker, this is a small feeder. So our drinkers comes with these rings. I've seen a lot of farmers, they will put some stones inside these small drinkers to prevent their chicks to actually get wet through the water that's here, because sometimes our chicks will jump inside the drinkers and then they'll get wet. So to prevent that, some farmers, they put some stones inside to prevent that. But Poltech decided to actually come up with a solution for us small farmers, and then they made this ring over here. So this is the ring that you actually put when you actually have your chicks. So the chicks will be able to drink from these holes here. So this ring actually prevent that, so for your chicks to get wet. And then we have the big jumbo feeder. So this is the big jumbo feeder that we're gonna be actually using from day 14 until we slaughter, until we sell, until we start to make money. So this is the big jumbo feeder. This is how we just connect it. Very simple. So Poltech, since we most of small scale farmers, we're using stones and bricks actually to lift up our feeders. So they decided to create some legs for us. So we don't normally use we're no longer using the bricks that we used to use to lift the feeders as our chicken are growing. So now our feeders from Poltech, they come with some legs. So this is some of the legs that they came up with. Even for the small drinkers, they have created some stand for them. So this is the equipment that I have. So far I've only seen me using these things on the internet. I haven't seen anyone using this kind of drinkers and feeders. So far I think I'm the only one. So over here we have our feed. So this is our chicken feed. So each and every feed comes with this tag over here. So this is the tag that tells you how many protein are on your feed, when does your feed expire. Yeah, so if you want to know what profit do you have, so this is actually a top of the range Magnum Rose Grow. So this is the hybrid feed from Rose Grow. So our protein here is 210. So it's good profit. It's good protein, not profit, man. The protein. So I've also bought it's 2 bag of starter, which is cramp, and then 2 bag of grower, which is also cramp. So the grower, it's 190, yeah, 180, man. Sorry, 180 on protein. And then over here we have our wood shaving. So this is what we're gonna be putting. This is what we're gonna be putting on the floor. This is our wood shaving. So this is what goes on the floor. This is what we use as our chicken bedding. So this is everything that you need actually to start your broiler farming. And another thing that we need, it's our light. Actually, they're not here in the house, but yeah, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna be showing you the lights that I'm talking about. For providing heat for our chickens during breeding time, we use this light. These are Philips lights. So these are actually good for raising your chickens. So but we only use them for first 14 days. So but every time before you start your cycle, you need to make sure that your lights are working properly before your chicks arrive, before anything, because this is what you're gonna be using to skip on it. Hey, you see now when I'm talking that you need to make sure that your lights are working properly. Yeah, Some we just saw some flames here. Hey, Mjit. Okay, but never mind that. I'll sort that one out. So this is our lights. This is what we're gonna be using to provide heat for our chickens. So these are called Philips lights. They call them red lamps. Some they call them heat lamps. So they're really hot. And remember that they chow electricity like crazy. Since now the price of electricity went up, it means that the cost of production now in our chicken are going up because of the high rates of electricity. That's this one here. This is the one that actually did the spike. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, but we're gonna fixing it now, and then we are good to go. The rest, they look fine. So, Dango. Our lights are on, everything is fine. The incident that we had earlier, we sorted it out, and then we have put in our wood shaving on the ground. So what's left to do is just to put the newspapers on top of the wood shaving, and then we put our drinkers as well, and then we put our feeders. So remember that they're gonna be eating starter, and then they're gonna be drinking stress pack for the first few days, and yeah, everything should be good. So we'll come back again tomorrow and complete the process of actually preparing the breeding. So for the day today, this is the work that we're here to do. So and wait for Friday when our chicken arrive in the house. They should find everything ready for them. Dango. So welcome to day 2 of our preparation. So what we're gonna be doing today is just a simple thing, man. We came here over to actually finish up preparing for our chickens, and you remember yesterday we have put in the sawdust on the ground, and then we didn't put the newspapers. So we're here today to actually put the newspapers.
Understanding that these newspapers, they actually save us on wood shaving. So the first 14 days, the chicken, they want to be on top of the newspapers. Then after we remove the newspapers, it means that they want to start using the wood shaving. So another thing is that they save us on feed. So remember that when chicks scratch the feed, it falls on the ground, it falls inside the wood shaving. They won't be able to access it again. But when it falls on the newspapers, they can still access it again. So those are some of the reasons why we actually put the newspapers. So when coming to feed, I always start my cycle with high protein feed. So in my case here, we're going to be starting our cycle with Rose Grow Magnum. So a bag of Rose Grow Magnum starter, I buy it for 428, I think. So I'll check the receipt. So but yeah, I start my cycle with high protein feed, and then as the chicken grows, that's when I start to lower from high protein to actually a lower protein feed. So but in this case, they're going to be eating starter for the next 14 days. After these 14 days, we're going to switch to actually grower. In this time, we're not going to be using pilot grower, but we're going to switch to a cramp grower. If you stay with me on this series, that's when you're going to be seeing what I'm talking about. Remember that when you brood your chicken, you do not need the whole space in the house. So that's why I normally cut my chicken house with this plastic. And then you also need to close your side. So during the brooding stage, there's a limited ventilation that needs to happen. Actually, there's non-ventilation that needs to happen. So you make sure that you close your side. You don't allow any airflow inside your house, because it's gonna cause you a really huge problem when it comes to providing heat for your chicken. So you close all your sides and make sure that they're properly closed for you to actually provide enough temperature that is required by your chicks. So remember that from day 1 until day 14, you're gonna be playing around 32 degrees inside your chicken house as your temperature to provide that enough temperature for your chickens, because chicks at a young age, they cannot regulate their own body temperature. So it's important for you to actually provide that heat for them. So for doing that, you close your side and then you actually cut your house into 2 pieces, where you're going to be having your brooding side, where you know you're going to be focusing on when providing heat.
Yeah, so right now what we are doing, we are actually refilling our drinkers with water that has been mixed with a stress pack. Then we're going to be using the small drinkers. So this stress pack is going to be used for the next 3 to 7 days. So it depends with you as a farmer how long you want to use them, or you can even use the stress pack until you sell. But I normally use it for the first 3 or 4 days, so it depends on my mood. So we're gonna be using 4 drinkers. Yeah, so we're gonna be using 4 of them. Hey, what's going on here? Hey chief, I need some hands. I agree. Yeah. No. So yeah, 4. I think they will do, because normally we use 2 drinkers per 100 chicks. So since we are gonna be having 200, so 4 it will be 5. But we can still use 5, just to make sure that we don't run out of water quickly. But for today, let's put 4, and as they grow we will use 5. So this is our small drinkers, and this is how we close them. I'm gonna put them after. So this is the small drinkers, and then we also have this small stand for them. So we're no longer putting bricks under our small drinkers, so we now using this stand. So no more those face bricks that we used to put in the chicken house. So now we use these things. Okay, this one already has it. And then yeah, this is how it's this stand. So we have these things. These are rings. So we're gonna be putting these rings. This actually works in terms of preventing our chicks to get wet, as they love jumping inside our drinkers. So we use these rings. I didn't put it correctly. So there's the rings that we use. Then here's another one. So this is how it goes. Yeah. And we have our last one here. And this is how it goes. So we are done now with putting water inside our drinkers. So now we're going to be taking them inside our brooder. Let's open. Yeah. So yeah, so we are now done preparing for our chickens. Our lights are on, our feed is ready, our drinkers are also ready. So we're gonna be collecting our chicks now. So what's left is to collect the chickens and then they come in. So yeah, see you tomorrow as we collect our day old chicks. Dango.